Alright, so next video, welcome everybody. We're going to be creating the bottom plate of the Trammel toy base plate in this video. Keep in mind we've got some what is this, hexagons in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, hexagons. Then we've also got a big circle here, and then we've so you'll see that basically it says TYP. That means it's typical. So like all of these are the same size. That's basically what TYP means. So like anything that you see that looks about the same size, then it is. This diameter right here of this circle they've given us as well. And so what we know about these is that these are all going to be our through holes, right? Basically it's going all the way through the material. These holes right here on the other side, these are blind holes because they're not going all the way through the material. So we're going to create these hexagons by using the polygon tool in the sketch, and then also we're going to just create this circle using the center point circle. But basically what we want to do is we want to be creating on the back of this, right? So we're going to be going to the bottom plate, and we want to be creating this shape right here. So now if we look at this, this is actually, if I go to the top view right here, this is actually the view that we'd be seeing if we're looking at this base plate from the top. So if we're looking at both these plates together, this right here is if I would be looking at it in this manner. Okay, so basically what we want to do is what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually create my sketch so it's going on the back of this, and then I'm going to be looking at it from the top because then all the holes will be lined up correctly. So there's basically a hexagon that occurs here, hexagon here, and then also the two hexagons down here, and then we've got the big circle here. So it's going to be helpful being in this view because then we're just basically going to be able to go right over this and create these. Also, if I'm in this view, I can also reference the center of these circles because the center of these circles is actually going to be the same as the center of these hexagons. So then now we're going to keep it as 6 sides, and then what we do need to do is we need to dimension this out. So then now I can click D on my keyboard to dimension, and then I know that basically from this farthest point over to this other farthest point, it's going to be 0.422 inches. So if I go right here, boom, and boom right here, what we can do is we can put in here 0.422, and so now that has the correct dimensions in there. What I can also do that we want to do is we want to click on the horizontal geometric constraint, and we'll click right there. That will make it occur so that it's horizontally kind of leveled out there. 0.422, let me just make sure that this is good. Yeah, 0.422, sweet. So then now we're going to go to our next one as well, and then what we're going to do here is we're going to go to this hole that's all the way over here, 0.422. Then we're going to go ahead and click there. Remember, we want to keep, accidentally changed this, so what you can do is just double click on this after you press escape. That'll get you to this point. Then what we want to do is set the horizontal constraint up right there. Then I'm going to dimension this once again, go run this right here, 0.422 inches. There we go. And then next, what I'm also going to do is I'm going to actually delete this real quick. I'm going to check this out real quick here. I think that, so let's see here. Yeah, as you can see, what I ended up doing was incorrect because I was thinking that was a little too big. So basically I wanted to make sure that I click on this point, and then kind of bring it up so that's horizontal like that. If you have it where it's to the side, it's actually 0.422 inches from this line to this line here. I think is what I ended up doing, this line here on the bottom. Anyways, we're going to get these other two guys down here. So then we're going to come in here, and then we're going to basically do this, center, 6-sided. And then let's just do this too while we're at it. And then 6-sided, and then now I'm going to hit my dimensions. So we're going to click on this point, drag it out, 0.4, so 0.422, enter, and then right here, this guy and this guy, I keep on hitting those commas, 0.422, press enter. Next, we want to make sure these are horizontal, so we're going to click horizontal, and then also click horizontal here. Now there's horizontal. As you can see, these are black again. So because they are black, that means that they are completely or fully constrained, so we're not going to be able to move them or mess with them, other than if we just double-click this. Obviously, I could mess with it then and change some aspects of that, but other than that, it's going to remain the same by if I click on any of these elements of that. Last thing that we want to do here is we want to create this 0.375 inch diameter circle right here. So I'm going to go into my center point circle, and then what I want to do is I want to select the center of this circle, and then what we're going to do is that's actually really close right there. I think it's 0.37. Oh yeah, 0.375 is what I needed. So 0.375. We're going to press enter there, and then now we're going to see everything's lined up. Now remember, what I need to do is I need to actually go to the back part of this. Now if we look at it in this manner, you'll see that this is oriented differently now than what we were actually doing. So that's kind of my reasoning for us looking at it from the front view. But basically what we're going to do now is we're going to click on this once again. I want to make sure, now watch this, if I hide this top plate here, I want to make sure that basically this, whoa, so we do want to do one other thing, and that one other thing is that we want to make sure that these areas are actually included in this sketch. And so I don't want to actually extrude that part, or I do want to extrude that part, and I also want to be able to grab this piece right here too. So if I go back into the sketch, what we can do is we can click right here. So that was in sketch 1. And so basically now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be extruding entities from sketch 2 as well as the sketch 1 entities, such as right here. And then also this guy is also a sketch 1 entity. And so now let's go ahead, let's go in here. We want to extrude this, and then just as you might remember, the thickness of each of these, because there's 2 plates here, they're 0.480. They're both the same thickness, so we just take 0.48 divided by 2, that gives you 0.24. And then so now you'll see that we have this thickness right here. And so what I can do is I can end up, let's show these. Now if you do look at this, you'll see that it's different parts here. I'm going to go back into this extrude. The reason for that is because it's new. If I do add, we could do the merge scope, just be this, where it makes the entire thing something new. So really up to you. We could end up doing this. I'll probably just end up doing this for simplicity reasons. But what we would have to do is back into the sketch, you'd probably want to end up creating, let me hide this real quick just to kind of explain this for you all. So let's see here, top plate. Basically in sketch 2, what I would want is to have had a line that goes down here. So that's from sketch 1. And so really in sketch 2, you can see we don't actually have a line. We actually don't even have a perimeter at all, or a border. So let's tell you what, let's just do this real quick. Let's go into sketch 2, and hopefully I'm not confusing y'all, but if you have this already, then you're good. But I'm just going to go ahead and do this again. I'm just going to create that perimeter in sketch 2, and then so now what you're going to see is whenever we go to extrude this, it's going to be a whole lot easier. But I'm just going to click. Let's see here. We need to be in sketch 2, so I think we are, yeah. So then now I'm just going to click on this, and then also we want to click right here, and then also right here, and then now we want to do new. Oh, and it's still giving me that issue, probably because we have sketch 1 brought up. So let's just deselect everything, and then let's try this out again one more time. Yeah, as you can see, it's bringing in that sketch 1 entity. So now if I just click right here, man, I don't know why it keeps on wanting to mess around with that. Yeah, we do want to click on that part. Okay, there we go. And then we also want to click on this part. Yep. So then now new. Okay, perfect. So now as you can see, oh, but they've got those circles in there, so we need to go back in here. Come on, we got it. We got it. Here we go. I think this is going to be it. So there it is. Sorry, that was a little bit more challenging. What I would probably do if I were you is make sure sketch 1 is hidden as well as the top plate before you do that. But now you'll see this is our bottom plate. So if I right click this, I can go to rename, and then I'm going to make this bottom plate. Bam, just like that. And then so now what we can also do once again is we can change the color of this bottom plate and make it look a little bit more wood-like. And so now what I'm also going to do is I'm going to hide this sketch because then it makes it look a little bit more realistic. View it from an isometric view here, and I'm going to click this top plate to show up. So then now you can see we've got our setup here, and if you also look on the back, everything looks good there. So that's how you create the bottom plate. So both of these together make up the entire base plate. All right, hope that was helpful. If you got any questions, please feel free. Let me know. Ask away in class or in the comments section here as well. All right, see y'all later. Bye-bye.